Welcome to Doing More. I'm Erica Cardenas. I'm joining you from my home, of course, following the guidelines of self-isolation. As we're all aware, these past few months have been challenging. Our lives have been interrupted from work and school to public and social gatherings. But despite all of these challenges, our goal here on Doing More and the Yurview network is to shine light and hope through awareness and education. People everywhere are trying to adapt and cope with all of the changes in our daily lives. While change is inevitable, sometimes it can be stressful and challenging, especially changes that are unexpected. Although sometimes it can be a positive change depending on our perspectives. Just like the experts from the UNLV School of Public Health and Southern Nevada Health District got together to shed some light based on our current circumstances. Take a look.
One of the things we're worried about is that we get exposed to this virus. So could you tell us a little bit about how do people get exposed to viruses? How do we expose each other, and how do we kind of spread them around? Dr. Kraschauer, do you mind starting on that?
Sure. So different viruses have different mechanisms of spread. For this coronavirus, it's spread, or it's believed to be spread mostly through the respiratory route. So someone coughs or sneezes, a large number of large droplets are spread in the air in close proximity to where you're coughing or sneezing. And then someone else will inhale those particles, or those particles will contaminate a surface. Someone else will touch that surface and then rub their nose or their mouth and inoculate themselves. So there's some controversy about whether this virus is also spread through aerosols, which are very small particles that stay in the air for a longer period of time. It's suspected that that doesn't play a large role in transmission, but in certain settings, like healthcare settings, where people do procedures which can aerosolize particles, for example, when you're giving someone a nebulizer treatment or something like that, then it's more likely to spread in that sort of setting. But for the most part, we're talking about the large droplets. For example, when we've seen that graphic of someone sneezing and there's a black background and you see all those large droplets, and that's kind of what we're talking about for COVID-19.
Excellent. So when those droplets get sneezed out, so how do they actually get, obviously they go on to the next person, but then how do they infect that next person? How does that happen?
So the virus is present in those large droplets, and those droplets need to be exposed to the virus needs to gain entry into your mucous membranes. So as Dr. C said, through the eyes or the nose or the mouth. And so basically, you're inhaling those particles, or you're touching something and then you're rubbing your face, you're rubbing your nose, and the virus gains entry. And it's not until the virus gains entry into your cells that it starts to replicate.
One of the things we like to do is, if we know who's the most susceptible, who has the worst response to that if we protect them, we try to protect everybody. So who are some of the groups that might be the most susceptible to this?
So in terms of getting the disease, basically anybody breathing is going to be potentially exposed to this disease. So it doesn't matter whether you're young or old, anybody can get this particular disease. The thing that we're concerned about is the way different people react to it. As you get older, your immune system gets a little bit weaker. So that's why we see people in the older age groups more likely to have a serious disease, more likely to need hospitalization, and also more likely to die, unfortunately. And the same is true for underlying health conditions. So if you have certain conditions that make your immune system a bit weaker, if you have uncontrolled diabetes, things like that, that can really lead to immune problems, and that's going to put you at higher risk. And if you have lung damage from COPD, you're a smoker, things like that, those types of things cause physical damage to the body, which may make it a little easier for the virus to get in, but it's a lot tougher for your body to deal with that. If it's harder for you to breathe on a normal basis, once you get infected, it's going to cause more serious problems.
We all know we've been told to do a lot of things, right? You're supposed to wash your hands, you're supposed to clean surfaces, but I want to look at and see when we're doing that we're doing it correctly. So can we start with washing of hands, right? We all know we're supposed to wash our hands, but we need to know how to do it correctly. So what are we doing wrong when we're washing our hands incorrectly?
So the challenges with hand washing are either not doing it long enough or not being thorough in the process. When you're washing your hands, it needs to happen for 20 seconds because the whole goal of washing your hands is to remove whatever viruses are on your hands and flush them down the drain. So you're physically removing them. And as part of that, you want to make sure you're covering every nook and cranny of your hands. You're not just rubbing a few parts of the hands and missing others, because that's not going to remove the virus. So you have to do it long enough. Obviously, you have to use soap and water, and you want to be very thorough to make sure you're removing as much virus as possible from your hands.
What are some of the most credible sources about where people should go to make sure the information they're reading and they're getting is good, quality, accurate, scientifically based information? Dr. C?
CDC website is the most credible of all in terms of prevention, but for research, in terms of new medications or current vaccine development, you can go to NIH website. So cdc.gov or nih.gov. Those are very important federal resources. But academia is also a good source. So Johns Hopkins or coronavirus.jhu.edu is also a very good source of information.
Nevada is just one of the many states that has taken steps to minimize the risk and spread of the virus. As we move forward globally, let's honor the guidelines and practice social distancing so we can make our world a safer and better place. I'll be back with more on Doing More right after this.
The American Red Cross urgently needs blood and platelet donations and asks all healthy donors to schedule an appointment to give now. With the coronavirus outbreak, it is important to maintain a sufficient blood supply. Your blood donation is critical and can help save lives. Please schedule an appointment today. Download the Blood Donor app, visit redcrossblood.org, or call 1-800-RED-CROSS today. You can make a difference.
Welcome back to Doing More, where I'm practicing self-isolation at my home. As my family and I move forward together, I've been researching ways to keep our minds and bodies healthy. One of those ways is to read a book. Now, did you know that science has shown that reading has some amazing health benefits, like helps with depression, stress, and reducing the chances of developing Alzheimer's later in life? Also, it improves on how you feel mentally about yourself. And speaking of improvement, check out an organization from Kansas that's improving the quality of life for people through education and awareness.
Guadalupe Clinic provides health care to the working poor for Wichita's community. We have 2 locations that are strategically located in low-income areas. Our main location is south of downtown, about 3 blocks south of Intrust Bank Arena, and our second location is on South Hillside in the Plainview community. The reason we do this is because a lot of our patients either have to walk or ride their bike to get health care.
We usually see patients between 18 and 65. We don't see children. Our patients are the underserved. So these are the working poor, people without insurance in our community. And I can tell you how important our services are to them because I lived it for a year. So I came to Guadalupe Clinic as an AmeriCorps Vista. I did a year of service work with AmeriCorps where we live below the poverty line. We're on our own to find housing assistance, electric, our utility assistance, and our health care. So I can personally say that our services are super important. It's hard to find resources when you don't have the financial means to provide for yourself.
We don't do this by ourselves. We have a lot of community partners, including KU School of Medicine, WSU School of Nursing, Newman School of Nursing, and the Sedgwick County Medical Society through Project Access. Project Access is where we can send people to specialists from our clinic, and they will see them free of charge at their individual clinics around town.
Why do I volunteer at Guadalupe Clinic? I am actually lucky because my job at Via Christi sees Guadalupe Clinic as a very important place. And so some of my time that I spend here is actually during my normal workday, and some is in addition to that. So it is a way to give back to the community. It's a way to reach the patients that are the most vulnerable and need the most assistance. Since being here, I've diagnosed multiple cases of cervical cancer. It's a little bit of an expensive procedure to do if you have to pay for it. So at Guadalupe Clinic, we're able to offer it for free, which is really a blessing.
Our biggest fundraiser of the year is WineFest. And it does 2 things for us. It raises money and it raises awareness of what we do, both for our patients and for our donors. Every dollar that people give to the clinic goes directly to patient care. Actually, it's better than that because our providers donate their time If we had to pay them, we can say really every dollar you give, we're giving up to $3 worth of patient care. How do we do that? Well, our foundation funds our overhead. So every dollar people give goes directly to patient care. I want to genuinely thank everyone for their contributions and support of Guadalupe Clinic. We are funded 100% with donations. We don't accept any federal money, so every dollar we get comes from you.
We also traveled to San Diego, California, where we visited the San Diego Food Bank, where they feed tens of thousands of people every month.
Welcome to the Jacobs & Cushman San Diego Food Bank and our 90,000 square foot facility. Last year, we pushed through over 32 million pounds of food. 10.5 million pounds of that was fresh produce. And we feed 350,000 people every single month. How do we do it? Well, we are supply chain at its very best. Our distribution model includes 214 bulk food distributions that we are doing each and every month. Plus, we have a core of 500 nonprofit agencies that we partner with. So any nonprofit you know that has a feeding program, more likely than not, they're getting the majority of their food from the San Diego or North County Food Bank. Who is the face of hunger? We estimate about 1 in 7 people in San Diego County, about 450,000 people are termed food insecure. Of that number, about 177,000 are children. So our service population, working poor, seniors on a fixed income, children living in poverty, and believe it or not, active duty military, their dependents, and veterans. All this population, all these people, they don't know where the next meal is coming from. The San Diego Food Bank is a completely local and independent nonprofit organization that depends on the kindness of others. None of our important work happens without the support of great donors who really partner with the San Diego Food Bank to make our programs and services possible. We also depend on a huge volunteer base. Our volunteers are an integral part of our supply chain. We have 20,000 registered volunteers, over 28,000 volunteer visits a year, and because of those volunteers, we're able to feed more than 350,000 people every single month. Many people ask, how can I help? You can volunteer for the San Diego Food Bank. Volunteers are the lifeblood of our organization. Just go to sandiegofoodbank.org, register to volunteer. No group is too small, no group is too large, but those volunteers are integral to our success in feeding the community. Another way you can help is by hosting a food drive. Each year we hold thousands of food drives and they raise millions of pounds of food for people in need. So just go online and register your group, your company, your organization. It's that easy. Another great way to support the San Diego Food Bank is through our virtual food drive, where you can literally buy food on our behalf. Just go on and register, and we can even customize a virtual food drive for your organization, your company, your employees, where you receive a special link just for you to help raise food and track your impact. Lastly, another great way to make an impact is to go online and make a financial contribution to the San Diego or North County Food Bank. We can actually take $1 and leverage that into 5 meals. And I don't know another nonprofit organization that can take a donor dollar that far. You can also make a gift in somebody's honor, and you and that individual receive a letter of thanks from the San Diego Food Bank. On behalf of the San Diego Food Bank, our staff, our volunteers, and the 350,000 people we serve every month, thank you for helping us fight hunger and feed hope in San Diego County.
The San Diego Food Bank wants you to know that you are not alone and that they're dedicated to feeding families. Also, during this vulnerable time, they're asking more than ever to help support the cause. So if you'd like to donate, just head over to their website. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Doing More, where we shine a light on the good things happening in our communities. I'm here peacefully enjoying self-isolation in my backyard. As we try to find ways to be productive during this season, one healthy practice is to MicroLift. In other words, something that generates a sense of achievement. It's a good opportunity to spend time with family, pick up a new hobby, exercise, or possibly learn how to play an instrument. No matter what you choose, it's important that you keep your mind and body stimulated and engaged. Now check out a program that's challenging Cox employees through physical activity throughout the day.
Welcome to our on-site walk to kick off the March Movement Challenge. Let's get out and move. Being a busy professional, I truly understand how hard it is to implement exercise during the day. If you can schedule small amounts of time, 5 to 10 minutes, to do things as simple as stretch at your desk or hit the walking trail at your on-site facility, it'll extremely impact your well-being and help you continue to be healthy throughout the entire week. This walk is kicking off our March Movement Challenge, which is going to provide employees incentives to do daily physical activity, leading all through the month of March, and then we're ending the challenge with a 1 mile or 3 mile walk with the American Heart Association as a big group.
Well, our wellness of our employees is critically important. We ask a lot of our employees, we want them to bring their whole selves to work, serve our customers and each other with a lot of energy and a lot of passion. It's really hard to do that if you're not in the best shape you can possibly be in. So what we do with programs like this is try to make sure to stress to our employees the importance of movement, regular movement. A lot of us have jobs where we're sitting at a phone, sitting at a desk. There's nothing more important than getting up and moving around for your fitness.
You know, I read somewhere that, sitting is the new smoking. And a lot of us sit all day. So to me, I think it's great that we promote activities and events where employees can actually get out and step away from their job and just, mentally take a break and have a chance to socialize, with their friends as they're walking. And it's great that we have these paths on campus that people don't have to go very far. And it only takes 5, 15, 20 minutes.
Two of my peers and I, we try our best to walk every single day. We walk twice around the entire campus, and so that's equivalent to an hour. But lately, the last 2 weeks, we've actually started going up the parking garage through the stairs. So not only do we do the mile, but we also do the stairs, and that gives us a really good workout.
So for the individual that hasn't started the program yet, define why you want to do it. Maybe it's for your spouse, maybe so you can have more energy with your kids, or maybe so you can excel more in your career. Thanks for coming out to our on-site kickoff walk. I look forward to seeing you continue on a path to a better you.
Another fun and healthy way we can enjoy self-isolation is by connecting through Cox Communications technology. Cox is the largest private telecom company in America, providing video, internet, telephone, and home security to our customers. Through Cox GigaBlast Internet services, our entire family is able to virtually connect with loved ones, school, work, and the world, bringing us closer with those that we value in our lives. Recently, Cox launched a heartwarming initiative that virtually connects grandparents with their loved ones through Cox Grand Stories. Take a look.
I think about Pat every night that I go to bed, every morning that I wake up. I miss her a lot. I did tend to isolate myself for a while there. Getting close to Jessica would mean a lot to me. Since her grandma's been gone, we don't see that much of each other. So maybe this will help us reconnect. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Someone comments or likes or posts on your wall, it'll go to this.
Select profile picture.
There's you and your wife. You want to do that one?
Yeah, that'd be good.
I thought it would be nice if you could post to your granddaughter's wall.
Oh, okay. I've never tried that.
I want to teach you how to do the video part.
Okay.
You're going to click on that.
Now I start?
Yeah.
Hi, Jessica. It's Papa. I'm learning how to post a video so we'll be able to communicate much better. And so I'm enjoying this.
All you have to do is press post.
All right. That's cool. That's kind of cool.
You've impressed me with this video upload.
Oh.
Look at your mad skills.
So she wrote that back already?
She wrote that back just now.
Oh, yeah. How did they ever come up with all this? Hi, Jessica. It's Papa. I'm sitting here at my desk and wanting to explain how I first met your grandmother. I worked up enough nerve to ask her if she would dance with me. We knew we had just 2 weeks to spend together before I got shipped out. And so we got to know each other through letters. We wrote every day, and we numbered our letters. On the left side, number 1, and then how many days I had left on the other side. Anyway, this is the first letter from Meemaw to me. My dearest, darling Larry, I sure hope the rest of this month goes fast. I love you so much and can hardly wait until our wedding day. I've got something here that says Jessica Woods.
Hi, Papa. It's been really great seeing those videos that you've posted these last couple weeks. It has inspired me to share a little something with you as well. Mima wrote me a letter, a very special letter, on my 16th birthday. I have it right here. I always seem to find it around the time that I might be struggling or just need those words of encouragement. So I just wanted to share that with you, Papa. I love you so much. Bye.
Wow. Love it.
I actually brought the letter with me that I posted in the video.
Oh, good.
Dear Jessica.
You know what you mean?
My little Kika Bear, today is your 16th birthday, and it seems like it was just yesterday when I was holding you in my arms at your birth. Always know how much your grandpa and I love you and will always be there for you. Happy 16th to a beautiful granddaughter. Love, Mima. She's so good with her words.
Getting together with Jessica has given me more purpose now and direction. I feel better about what's happening in my life. Hi, Jessica. It's me again.
Cox Communications is dedicated to providing reliable services, especially during these times, so we can all stay connected. Such a great way of doing more. We'll be right back.
As students transition to learning from home, Cox is committed to keeping your family connected. If you have a K-12 student and receive government assistance, you could qualify for low-cost home internet with Wi-Fi. And now through May 15th, you can receive 60 days of free service plus phone and remote desktop support. Cox is also providing access to discounted equipment through local partners in your area. Qualify now at cox.com/connect to compete.
Welcome back to Doing More. As we close the show, I want to give a special thanks to our medical personnel who are on the front lines, who are going above and beyond to keep us safe and save lives. Such heroes. Let's continue to keep them in our thoughts and our prayers, and let's continue to move forward together by staying home and practicing social distancing.
Stay healthy and stay safe.
I'm Erica Cardenas. See you next time.